there was so much talk about which tires to run on. Is it a two-stop race? Here's a wreck that really benefited some people as far as they didn't have to pit anymore. And that kind of stuff is a big part of racing. It's a huge part of racing. I would say that the average person likes passing, and I think there was only one pass at the front during green flag racing, and it came near the end. And I think that's where the real drama and excitement is. However, I still enjoy it. I still like watching it. And you can't guarantee a ton of passing. They do have the longest straight. It's longer than Indy. So it's a great place to pass.
Is it wide enough? I mean,
it's pretty wide.
Yeah,
it's plenty wide.
It was just cool to watch and, see the skyline and see the buildings. And it was if it would have been Saturday when it was like 50 degrees and windy and cold, that would have been awful.
Yeah.
At least viewing-wise. But yesterday was just a postcard day.
I do something with Gator called Quiz for Gator. I'm going to do Quiz for Stoney.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right.
Now you're making me nervous.
Well, you shouldn't be.
So I'll come back with a question for you.
Okay, Oregon.
Okay.
University of Oregon baseball team.
Okay. I'm a big fan of those batting ducks.
They were bounced. They were hosting a regional, and they lost. One of the teams that beat them was UVU.
UVU?
UVU. Stoney, who is UVU?
Well, my first thought is Virginia Union, where Ben Wallace went, but that wouldn't be correct. UVU. Utah Valley University? Would that be my guess? I have no idea.
Bravo, Mike.
Wow.
Bravo. Utah Valley University.
Wow, they're D1?
Beat Oregon, yeah.
Wow. I saw the school from my alma mater's conference, because we don't have a baseball team in America. Holy Cross made it, and they lost.
Okay.
And I saw that Vanderbilt was the first, number one seed to get knocked out of a super regional or whatever they call it since, 1999.
Well, there's been a lot of stunning surprises. Not only UVU, then Cal Poly eliminated Oregon.
Cal Poly, St. Louis Obispo, that one?
No, I just think it's regular old normal Cal
right,
Poly.
okay.
Yep. Vanderbilt got bounced by Wright State.
Wright
you
State,
mentioned. Yeah, Wright State.
The Horizon League.
Texas got bounced by UTSA.
University of Texas San Antonio.
Well done. Georgia. Now tell me if you've heard of this opponent that beat Georgia. Duke.
Yeah.
But Georgia Jimmy's got to be upset today.
Yeah, I'm telling
you. And Kentucky bounced Clemson. So a lot of upsets in that thing. Our college baseball tournament's drunk.
Yeah. By the way, I was flipping through the channels. You would know this.
Yep.
And there was I wouldn't call it a 30-30. It was called big something. I don't know. But it
what
was
channel was it on?
It was on ESPN. It was like a profile on the Tennessee baseball coach.
Yeah.
And how many times he gets ejected from the game.
He's pretty controversial.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, you either love him or you hate the guy. He gets ejected a lot in college baseball.
Yeah.
And they showed the arguments with the umpires. It's like, dude.
Tennessee baseball has a reputation. And you're right.
Because of him? Or?
You love him or hate him. Well, the team is very to the opposite of Scotty Scheffler.
They're volatile.
Yes.
Well, vol for volunteers. Right?
Oh, you're so proud.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, here's my question for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
Jay Batt has been officially announced
as
the athletic director at Michigan State.
Yes.
He's the first athletic director to be hired outside of Michigan State internally or with Michigan State ties since, I believe, 1995. Who was that athletic director?
In 1995?
I believe it said 1995.
Would have been the AD. So they brought in an outsider, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I should know this.
No, you shouldn't, because I kind of forgot about this guy's name completely.
You got me.
Because we can't forget the Merritt Norvell era.
Oh, that's right.
1995 to 1999.
Okay.
This guy has good credentials at Michigan State. Hired. I mean, credential number one, and everybody's talking about the fundraising and all that.
Yeah.
He's got the blessing and the support of Nick Saban, and then to me that checks 8,000 boxes, including Tom Izzo's.
Yeah. Look, the fundraising, it's the changing dynamic of college athletics. Years ago, I had a friend who was a college coach, and he left college coaching, and he said it's no longer about basketball. And he just wanted to coach basketball. So he did something else and coached high school. Because he said, I'm not going to make any money coaching, but now it's more about the basketball.
Right.
I think the role of athletic director is how much money can you raise?
Yes.
And, the credentials, that sounds like what they went with.
Yeah.
And that's sort of where it is these days.
I mean, he's had plenty of, obviously, experience at high-level places, Georgia, Alabama, and then finally being the AD at Georgia Tech. So on paper, it looks like a really good hire for Michigan State for what they want to do. And that's get more money involved in the program because that was the downfall of Alan Holler.
And it's get on board or with the NIL stuff or fall behind.
Yep.
And, the truth is all these decisions that are being made about adding expanding March Madness or adding playoff teams for football. It's all how do we create more revenue streams because we got to pay the players.
Yeah.
And, this House ruling that's going to allow the schools to basically pay them directly. I think what we have seen is the end of the arms race. If you haven't built the waterfall in your atrium of your football building, you're not going to get one now.
Right, because it's not that important.
It's not that important, and that's how they used to do things. But now,
it's like everything else in this world, this country. It's all about money. Everything revolves around money. Getting money to support certain things. You want to have all your big-time events come to your town, you got to get corporate sponsorships. You have to raise money.
And unfortunately, it's a movement towards getting away from some of what made college athletics great.
Right.
Because college athletics is just college football specifically, which, let's face it, that's the one people care about the most. Mm-hmm. It's starting to look more and more like the NFL. And the charm of college football was that it wasn't the NFL. The charm of college football was rivalries and, the conferences and seeing the same teams every year. But with the way this thing is starting to align, the non-conference fun in September, I think, is probably going to start to go away. And there'll be better conference, like the conference matchups week in, week out was fun. But, we've seen rivalries die because of that too.
I mean, if USC Notre Dame dies, that's going to be a shame. I mean, look, I'm glad Michigan's playing Oklahoma, and hopefully I know they have a series set up with Notre Dame in about 8-9 years, something like that. I just hope at least you're going to have one of those. That's why, when I was in for Mike, we were discussing, this whole Big Ten, SEC, matchup type of thing. And I liked it as a fan because it guarantees you're going to see one really good, non-conference game that you don't have guarantees anymore.
I've found that over the last couple of weeks, reading everything about what's going on in the game, I just keep going back to get me to Saturdays. Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I reading all this? Because I think there are real concerns about killing the goose.
Yeah.
That, it's irrational why we packed 100,000 seat stadiums. And if we start getting away from the reasons we were able to do so, like you and I run the athletic department anywhere,
exactly.
But if you start getting more and more away from that, what are we doing? But see how it plays itself out. 248-539-9797. Let's talk some Lions. We'll do it next. Here on Karsch and Anderson on the road from Oakland Hills, the 5th annual Game Above Detroit Sports Golf Commission Classic.